when anxiety and panic take over, how neurofeedback opens the door to lasting relief, by Dr. Randy Cale. If you've lived with panic attacks or daily anxiety, you know how relentless it can feel. The sudden surge of fear out of nowhere, the racing heart, shortness of breath, or tightness in the chest, the thoughts that spiral quickly into worst-case scenarios. And often, the fear of another attack becomes just as paralyzing as the attacks themselves. Everyday life starts to shrink. Plans are canceled. Sleep is restless. Even simple outings feel loaded with risk. Why traditional treatments fall short? And perhaps you've already tried to fix it. Talk therapy may help you understand your anxiety better, but still, the attacks come. Medication may take the edge off, but the relief is partial, temporary, or loaded with side effects. After years of trying, it's easy to start believing that maybe this is just your life now. Always fighting to manage, never really free. It's not your fault. Let me be clear, this is not your fault. Anxiety and panic are not a character weakness, and you're not broken. What's happening is in the wiring of the brain itself. When those networks get dysregulated, they keep sending alarms, even when nothing is wrong. And no amount of willpower or positive thinking can override a brain stuck in alarm mode. Why neurofeedback is different? This is exactly where neurofeedback is different. Unlike traditional approaches that only manage symptoms, neurofeedback works directly with the brain. Using advanced technology, we measure brainwave activity in real time. The brain then gets gentle feedback, allowing it to recognize when it's firing in dysregulated, anxious patterns. Over time, the brain learns, naturally and without effort, to calm those overactive states and strengthen more balanced, resilient ones. In other words, neurofeedback trains the brain to stop sending false alarms. Training is simple, and it works the way the brain learns. One of the most encouraging aspects of neurofeedback is how simple the process is. Sessions are easy and non-invasive. You sit comfortably, sensors measure brain activity, and feedback helps your brain learn in real time. There's no effort required, no homework, no need to try harder. The brain does the learning on its own. And just like learning to ride a bike or play the piano, it happens incrementally. Each session builds on the last, gradually rewiring the pathways that fuel anxiety and panic. Change doesn't come in one giant leap. It comes through small daily improvements that add up. Over weeks, the nervous system learns new habits of calm and regulation. This is why the changes tend to last. You're not forcing the brain, you're training it. Step by step, the alarms quiet, balance returns, and resilience grows. Stories of change. Take Lisa, a young mother who couldn't leave the house without fear of another panic attack. After a few weeks of neurofeedback, she noticed she could walk into the grocery store without that rising wave of dread. After a few months, she was driving her kids to school without panic for the first time in years. Or James, a professional whose anxiety made presentations feel impossible. He had tried therapy and medication, but the trembling hands and shortness of breath never went away. With neurofeedback, his brain gradually calmed. He described it this way: I can finally focus on what I'm saying instead of fighting my body. It feels like freedom. Lasting relief is possible. Stories like these are not rare. They are the norm when we give the brain what it needs. Neurofeedback doesn't mask anxiety. It helps retrain the system at its source. And once the brain learns new patterns, they tend to stick, creating lasting change. An invitation to take the next step. If you've been living in the shadow of anxiety or panic attacks, I want you to know there is real hope. You don't have to settle for half relief or manage symptoms forever. There is a way to retrain your brain and reclaim your life. I invite you to schedule a free phone consultation with me. No pressure, no sales pitch, just a chance to ask your questions and explore whether neurofeedback might be the right step for you. You've already carried this burden long enough. Let's talk about how to set your brain and your life on a new path. Reach out to me at capitaldistrictneurofeedback.com or hometrainyourbrain.com and begin a new direction in your life.